All right, you guys, so today we're going to be talking about Wes Watson because he has posted another one of his videos. It's so crazy. So in these videos, he's on a phone call, and this phone call is being recorded by his bitch-ass butler, Jose. You can't see him. You can barely hear him. There's a bunch of noise in the background. He reminds me of that character. I don't know if you guys have seen Wednesday Addams, but there's this character, and he's just a head, right? No body, nothing. He reminds me of that guy. He's just like a talking head. It's so weird. And it's just like, even in prison, the guy doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. But I want to talk about this new one in particular that he recently dropped, because in it, I think he sounds so gacked out. Like, he has to be on something. And prior to him getting arrested, I thought that he kind of borderline seemed like he was getting ready to be in psychosis. As you guys know, I have a history, unfortunately, with these things. And that's kind of like what I hear in his voice now. I think personally, he is on a massive amount of drugs still. But to my point, I saw this video posted on the Wes Watson subreddit, and I think this was taken like 2 weeks ago or something. I guess he must have gotten moved. I don't know. I really don't care. But look at this photo of him. Tell me he does not look horrible. He looks absolutely terrible. And actually, while we're on the subject, I should mention this in this video. I wanted to wait until we had more arrests, but Andrew was also recently arrested. So yay, thank God for that, for false imprisonment, of course. I know that they were working up charges for him as well as Thomas, but the bad news is it looks like he is already out, unfortunately. And actually, I wasn't going to say anything in this video about Pussy Boy Jose because there's really no reason to, but this is me just finding a reason to talk about Jose, because I noticed that every single time I make a video about Jose, someone from a burner account, which I did a little research, and it's either his sister or his ex-girlfriend, this person gets extremely upset anytime I mention Jose. They've threatened to sue me. They've asked me to come to Miami and see them in person because I guess they want to fight me or something. They've also said that my home is hideous and it's a dump, even though I've never posted where I live. And they also said my background looks like shit, which I did a little remodeling. I hope they like it. But anyways, this is for her because Snaggletooth bitch ass Jose thinks it's funny that he assisted in the hostage and abuse of a woman, because somebody commented on one of his videos saying, question is, are you taking the Phantom or the black and white this time when you turn yourself in again? And then he responds, I don't know. It's a tough decision. Like, making jokes about it. I just have to say, he better hope he doesn't go to prison, because he is not the type of guy that would thrive in that kind of environment. He's too much of a bitch. He would be one of those guys, like, you know, in the movies or in like documentaries, you see the guys like getting walked around like dogs, like on a leash with a collar on and like a crop t-shirt and his like pocket inside out. That would be Jose. And in fact, I did a little rendition and I posted him in some Daisy Dukes for Gay Pride Month because we don't discriminate around here. But anyways, I just had to mention Jose for just a second because I wanted to piss off his little groupie. Okay, so let's get into this call. First of all, it is absolutely diabolical that he is using his photo from his mugshot in these thumbnails. Not a very good look in my opinion, but the title of this video that he posted is called 20-year sentencing, which is just an absolute clickbait because he is trying to make people believe that he got sentenced to 20 years when in reality he's talking about one of his loser ass friends. And it's just like, that is what all of this has come down to. Now, the only way he can get a single view is by clickbaiting people. And actually, I want to look at his recent views because nobody is watching these trash ass videos except for people like myself, aka trolls. Oh, okay, that one's not too bad. So far on this one, he has 12,000 views, but of course it's because he clickbaited this one, because the ones prior to this are like 8,000, 9,000, 11,000, 6.5 thousand. So nobody's watching this trash, but here I am. Let's take a watch and I want to get your guys' opinion. Let me know what you think. Does he sound like normal Wes to you, or does he sound like something's up? Personally, to me, he sounds like he's on something. Well, let's listen to it. I'll let you hear what he says.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Wes Watson. From Broward, Maine, to Conti, to TGK, to Dade, the county, to Metro West. I've come all this way for one book. Everything happened for this one culminative event. Every painful moment, every cold floor I slept on for days and weeks, all the pain I've experienced by being taken from the free world is only magnifying my power.
I came here for this one book. What is he talking about? Is he talking about him writing a book? Is that what he thinks he's going to do? Does he actually think he's going to write some sort of book? Or is he talking about this as like this is the next chapter of his life or something? Or like this is the next book in his life? Or is he being literal? Because I hope to God he doesn't think he's going to be writing a book about this.
No matter how long this takes, I know what I was meant to come back for. I was meant to come back to find my alignment. On the yard right now, I'm out there with about 6 people. We're hitting pull-ups, we're hitting dips, we're hitting push-ups. But more importantly, if you could record that conversation, it was a conversation of the spiritual world, how to manifest, how to bring forth your best self, how to stay in alignment. More importantly, just how to operate in this tangible environment, the tangible world at the highest level, which I've done. I always hold rank in conversations like this because I've actually manifested a life that is so superior to most people in the world through these techniques. And the technique is always what I said our purpose is.
He manifested a life that is so superior, guys. This is what I mean. Like, he has this God complex where he thinks he's so much better than everybody. This life that he's living is not superior in any way. I don't know anybody who would want to live this life that has to fake everything, that is so insecure that they can't even stand people claiming that they're under 6 feet tall on the internet, that rents everything, literally rented an engagement ring, that beats the shit out of women. And I recently found out more things that Wes Watson went through, mainly when he was younger. So he did not, like, he's trying to act like he lives this glamorous life. He's fighting a lot of demons, and I think that's evident. There are a lot of demons that this guy is dealing with, and there's no way that he sleeps well at night. There's absolutely no way. And that's not even talking about him sitting in prison. Who the hell would want to live this life?
To create the man, create the individual that you admire, and give that man to the world. So as people have weaknesses, other people have a way out because of the weakness that's present in front of their face. I'm on the yard with about 6 people that are looking at a lot of time. I mean, one of the guys is murder charge. Everybody right now is going to court and back. It's very stressful to go to court and back, face trial, and to be transported as an inmate, as a prisoner, to court while you're fighting your case is one of the hardest things you could possibly do in the history of the world. There's nothing harder other than probably losing a child or family members.
Getting transported to court is one of the hardest things you can ever go through. Is he serious? Next to having a child die? What is he talking about? Don't they just put you in a bus with a bunch of other people and take you to court? How is that difficult? You already committed a crime. You're in jail. You're in prison. What is so traumatizing about going to court? I would think most people, especially if they're not in there for very long, they would want to go to court so they can get the fuck out of there. Wouldn't that be the case?
It's insanity. So going to county, the Dade County, the actual county where I go to court, is a dungeon. People are housed at the bottom of this dungeon where motherfuckers are getting stabbed all day long. As I was at court the other day, a young man was next to me. He was 24. He had a VOP, which is violation of probation, for a gun charge, for a felon with a firearm, which is a 10-year mandatory. A felon with a firearm is 10-year mandatory on VOP. So he said he's getting 10 years. As the judge reads those charges, he says, what are these new charges? Battery while in custody. While in custody, he stabbed 3 motherfuckers, like just booked the shit out of them. And the judge is reading off the video he's watching. The judge then says, I'm going to give you 60, 70, 80 years for this. You're lucky you pled guilty to all these. Gave him 20 years on the spot. I watched his wife. I watched his daughter. I watched his mom just fucking die. It reminded me of when I got my time. It hurt me. It hurt my soul to see this.
It reminded me of when I got my time. By the way, Wes did allegedly, I guess he did 7 years. I don't know. I really don't care. The only people who care about shit like that are people who are like hung up on prison. I look at that and I'm just like, dude, you're lying, trying to sound cool. I don't know why people think like the more time you're in prison, the cooler you are. But he's like about to cry, saying that he feels bad for this family because this guy got 20 years. What about the families of the 3 people that he stabbed? Didn't he just say this guy stabbed 3 people? I feel more bad for their families, not for this fucking idiot who's already in prison and still can't learn his goddamn lesson. Seems to me like he deserves to be in there for 20 years, you dork. He's in prison stabbing people.
We have to be better. I know exactly why I came back. I got this. I'm going to teach you guys every day the rest of my life exactly what to be, what to do. Don't ask for the book. I am the book. I'm the one who's going to deliver it to you.
Who does this sound like to you? I am the Messiah.
And I'm going to do it in my own way over time. I love you guys. I'm gonna put some other motherfuckers that are like locked up with
No.
me right here
No.
on this channel in the next few days because
No.
you gotta meet them. They're heavy hitters. I love you guys. Let's go.
Dude, I don't know why Wes thinks that we want to hear from his loser ass friends in prison. He keeps mentioning these people, mentioning that he's going to put them on the phone or whatever. And he never does. But aside from that, it seems like he's trying to start this little cult like movement of coaches in there, like brainwashing people to think that he's going to help them get sober, or help them become better men, help them get in shape so that when they get out of prison, they can all be coaches themselves. Nobody wants to be coached by you and your fucking loser ass friends. Nobody wants advice from people who don't even have their own lives together. And I'm not saying people can't change, okay? There are absolutely people out there, former criminals, who have taken accountability, completely changed their lives around, and are now dedicated to helping others not make the same mistakes they did. I'm not talking about idiots who claim to be spreading some sort of positive message when it's convenient for them. I'm talking about real guys who are walking the walk, practicing what they preach, genuinely making a positive change in their communities. I've seen a lot of that, especially in my community, so I'm not saying people can't change, but that's not what's going on here. Wes is surrounding himself with people who are glorifying prison, bragging about their crimes. As you just heard, he's like bragging about this guy stabbing 3 people like it's no big deal. He's hanging around people who are living by the same mentality that got them locked up in the first place. And Wes himself, dude, come on, he hasn't even demonstrated any meaningful change himself. So I don't know why the hell he thinks like he's still some sort of coach, some sort of messiah, and people want to listen to him. The only people that want to listen to him are people like myself because we're making videos about it. We're laughing at him. But nobody wants to pay for fucking coaching from him or those other idiots that he's in there with. Anyways, I think there's like a couple seconds left of this.
You guys, to add to this video, everybody is feeling what they're supposed to do. They feel the correctness. They use these words like manifestation. I've told you your conscience is the authentic voice of God. You know the path you're supposed to walk, especially when you've done wrong. The problem is most people haven't created the vessel that others would listen to. They want to be heard. What they're saying is correct. So what you're saying is correct. What you're feeling is correct. You have not created the vessel for people to listen. Your weakness is their way out. The physical form is what most people lack, and they're refusing to do the work, which is the most important part. The work is the offering. You are offering to the world. You are offering to God. You are offering to creation. You are offering to your ancestors. This work you put in daily, this ups your power. This is your aura. Build your aura. Deliver to the world. I love you guys.
Yeah, he sounds like he's just messing around. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know. Does he sound gacked out to you? Because personally, to me, like this whole thing, like manifestation, this is the offering, this is the book, this is this and that. It all sounds like delusional, wackadoo, druggy bullshit. I don't even know what he's yapping on about. He's just yammering on about nonsense. It's like, what are you doing? Why would you even post this? God, my foot's asleep. But Jose's got to be absolutely ashamed of himself. I know he's not, but I would be if I were him, because what do you mean? Wes is locked up and you're still bitching around town for him. What do you mean, dude? You're still a little fucking butler boy, posting videos to YouTube, doing his errands, at his beck and call. I don't know, dude. All these guys, a bunch of fucking losers if you ask me. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you thought about this. I truly, I'm not just saying that. I truly want to know what you guys think, if you guys think Wes is on something, because personally, this sounds like damn near psychosis, if you ask me. I really do think so. But thank you guys. Please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.